Hello and welcome. Just begin by finding a comfortable, relaxed position for you. Today that might be seated in a chair or on a cushion. And also know it's wonderful to take a fully reclined posture. Maybe that's on a bed or on the floor. Just tuning in, making those adjustments to offer support and care to your physical body. Taking a moment to gather and position any props, add or remove any layers. Just have this time to truly settle in. And then once you've made those necessary adjustments for your body, if it feels safe to do so, let your eyes slowly close. Knowing that at any point within this practice, you're welcome to open the eyes. You might find it best to hold a soft gaze looking down, just allowing yourself to ground and center. Knowing that you can return to eyes closed when it's safe and appropriate for you to do so. So just as our gaze starts to soften, we might feel this sense of transitioning from the external to the internal. Holding no expectations to what we encounter when we shift that focus inward. Perhaps just to begin by noticing the breath, the easy, natural pace of your own inhale and exhale. Not looking to force it, change it, or manipulate it. Simply become aware. Notice what happens when awareness is taken by the breath. Breathing and dropping into the vastness of your inner landscape. To help us set the tone for our practice together, I'm going to share these words from Judy Brown. This is from Fire. What makes a fire burn is space between the logs, a breathing space. Too much of a good thing, too many logs packed in too tight can douse the flame almost as surely as a pail of water. So building fires requires attention to the spaces in between. A fire grows simply because the space is there, with openings in which the flame that knows just how it wants to burn can find its way. So in this practice of pause, we're intentionally resting to listen to the longings, the desires, the unease and the wonder of our own bodies, minds, and hearts. Let's take this time to gently release any expectation or assumption of what will or should arise. Perhaps you can make a quiet commitment to honor this space, to trust in the stillness, and to simply experience the deep wisdom and wholeness of your own being. So just when you notice that you've become hooked by a thought or lost in a trance, you can just very gently and playfully redirect your focus. Perhaps in these moments, you can be invited to use the words, "How human of me." May you trust that all that arises in these moments of silence, that there is weaving together a practice that you need for just this time, for just this day, beginning with just this breath. So I am here with you, holding this space, resting awake in the silence. Let's simply breathe and allow. Coming back to breathe, offering space and distance between you and your thoughts. There's no need to pack that fire of your mind too tightly. Notice how the breath invites you to soften, to create ease, and to experience spaciousness within your inner landscape. And by creating space, just noticing what spontaneously arises within body, mind, and heart. What is your own inner wisdom or inner knowing bringing up and through you? Very gently start to find your way to the breath or that particular place within you that feels like an anchor, creating a sense of grounding, of rooting yourself back into this present moment, being open and receptive to how you feel physically, mentally, and emotionally. Much like we did to drop in and intentionally transition to this formal practice, may we do the same as we prepare to transition from the practice and re-enter our days. If I can offer you this encouragement from Nancy Levine, which is simply honor the space between no longer and not yet. My hope for you is that you can remain well and hopeful in this liminal space. So just when you feel ready, very easily and gently begin to open the eyes. Take your time to ground and center back into your physical space. Thank you for being here.